right, Spirit, what does Virgo need to know in regards to love right now? Oh, okay, Virgo. All right, so we have forgiving and learning. We have wedding. And we have codependency. Okay. This message might get pretty specific. Okay. I feel like, Virgo, something happened in your connection or in your relationship with somebody. Does feel like a romantic partner. Yeah. Something happened. And you guys jumped the gun. And instead of talking about the issue and trying to resolve it, you just decided that you should get married. That's not saying you eloped. Some of you may have. Some of you may have run off and gotten married. For some of you, this may have happened a while ago. Like for some of you, this might have been something that happened a few years ago. There's like a strong past energy where you guys got in some sort of fight or had some sort of issue, and instead of taking care of the issue, you ran off and got married. If this is more a present day issue that's resonating, then same thing, you could have gotten in some sort of recent argument or fight, and then instead of trying to resolve the issue, you or your person said we should get married, and then you're like engaged and you're thinking about your wedding rather than the problem. And there's an issue with codependency here. So whether this is a recent thing or a past thing, this problem, I feel like, is recurring in your relationship, and you keep doing things to try and that you think will make your relationship stronger, but it's ignoring the problem. So, you know, sometimes when people are fighting a lot, like married couples or whatever, they decide they're going to have a baby. That's usually like the last thing you want to do. Like a baby is not going to save your relationship. Getting married, having a wedding is not going to save your relationship. I think it's interesting that the wedding card came out instead of like engagement, because it just feels like you guys are hyper focused on the wedding rather than the issues, being codependent and whatever it was that you guys got in a fight about. So it's like this wedding is or was a distraction, and you're not focusing on what the problem is. Now, for those of you that have not recently gotten engaged or eloped a few years ago, you still could be using something to distract from taking care of the problem. Maybe you're like, well, let's go on a vacation. And so you go on a vacation and instead of addressing the issue. Or some of you may opt to have a child. Or some of you might, I don't know, maybe go back to school or just dive into your work. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to literally be a wedding, but this is something, you're using something to distract you from taking care of the problem and addressing this codependency issue rather than addressing it, rather than possibly going to therapy or talking it out or figuring out why you guys are codependent on each other. Okay. So what else does Virgo need to know in regards to their reading today? Oh, goodness. What else does Virgo need to know in regards to their reading today? Yeah. Virgo. Okay, so I have Six of Swords in the reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. You guys are too distracted. You're stuck. Your relationship is not evolving. Doesn't matter if you have been dating for 6 months or if you've been married for several years. Your relationship is not evolving. You guys are stuck. You're in a cycle here. This could possibly be a karmic person, because usually when you're stuck in a cycle with somebody, it's a karmic energy. Doesn't have to be though. You could be with a soulful, a divine counterpart, possibly a twin flame, where you guys trigger each other, but instead of talking about the thing that's triggering and figuring out why you guys are codependent on each other, you're just ignoring it and you distract yourself with a wedding, with a vacation, with kids, with your job, whatever it is. But the Six of Swords being in reverse and then the Ace of Swords being in reverse, it's like you're being stuck. You're not having any forward movement or evolvement. And you're keeping yourselves distracted and confused because you don't want to focus on the clear. You don't want to find the clarity. You don't want to figure out why you're codependent. This Two of Coins, again, it's feeling like an avoidant energy. So usually Two of Coins is like back and forth. You can't decide what you want to do. And usually, that's usually what it is. But this is feeling like with it being in the reverse, usually that means that you've gotten out of that wishy-washy kind of back and forth. I don't know what I want to do. Mindset or phase. But with it being in the reverse here, again, it feels avoidant. Like you don't want to go, okay, well, this is why I'm codependent. Okay, well, this is why I'm codependent. Like it doesn't feel like you guys are discussing anything or having any sort of back and forth about this issue. It just feels very stuck. And it's like maybe you guys have a fight about it or something comes up that causes a disagreement. You go your separate ways, and then when you come back together, you're like, let's get married or let's go out of town or something like that. It just feels like lots of avoidance. Okay. Why is the Six of Swords in the reverse? Yeah. You have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Your love is stuck at a page. Your relationship is stuck at a page. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you've just started dating or if you've been married. You're stuck at a page because you are unwilling to learn about each other. You're unwilling to have true forgiveness. So you can't evolve. You can't grow into a knight and a queen and a king. You're stuck at this page level. I'm not saying that there's not love there. It's just you can't really express it and it's not growing and evolving. The page is also about apologizing. So with it being in the reverse, so one or both of you could be resistant to apologizing after some wrongdoing. Okay, so why is the Two of Coins in the reverse? Okay, so the King of Pentacles. He's a husband. He's a father. He's also very grounded. But he also is focused on his pentacles. Okay, so for me, you're focusing on your pentacles. You're focusing on your family. You're focusing on your job. There's probably good stability in this connection. You probably are financially stable. You probably get along fairly well on the day-to-day. You look like a nice, happy little family. And if you're not married or don't have children, you just look like a very nice couple. Like people assume you guys are happy. But it's all pentacles. The love is halted here. The love is what is not progressing. So maybe you're making great strides financially or with building your family or other types of materialistic stability. But the love is what's halted. See, and it's interesting that he landed underneath the wedding. You guys are just distracting yourselves with everyday life. And it looks good on the outside, but you're caught in this cycle. and not evolving because you aren't willing to go deep and address these tough issues. And why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Did I say Ace of Pentacles? Maybe that's why a card's not coming out. Why is the Ace of Swords here? There we go. See? Oh, that's so funny. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I said the wrong thing. And Spirit's like, no, you don't get a card until you say it correctly. All right, so Page of Pentacles. Again, there's kind of a halted energy. Now, the difference here is we're reading for this wedding card in the center energy. This page is halted because you're codependent. Okay, and it's also referring back to this forgiving and learning. The page is all about learning. The page wants to bring in information. The Page of Pentacles, I'm sorry, wants to learn new things, to take on new skills. And you guys are codependent and you're not wanting to find the clarity. So it's like the everyday life looks nice, but you guys are distracting yourselves with materialistic and practical things. You're not letting your love evolve, and you're not letting your knowledge of each other and how you function evolve. You're wanting to remain foggy, because if you're foggy, then you can stay codependent. Okay? I feel like this reading was a little bit harsh, but sometimes Spirit, you know, they just say what they want to say. And hopefully, if this message is resonating for you, Virgo, even just one Virgo, then I've helped somebody, right? All right, so let's get a final word of advice here for Virgo on their reading today. Yeah. Take time to breathe out. You guys have been holding in all this negative energy because you've been avoiding it. You haven't wanted to make the change. And look, on the bottom, we have you are good enough. Okay, so sometimes when we have self-worth issues, that creates codependency issues. And this is the full moon in Virgo. Okay, so, yeah, self-love could be important. Love for your person is obviously important, but it's not developing. So learning how to develop that. And then taking time for you and your person. You really need to sit and talk all of this out. I feel like that's what this is saying, because when you're breathing out, you're letting all the negative energy out. And this being seems like a couple's reading, taking that time to sit and breathe out together is how you're going to be able to move on from this, okay? And if one or both of you is not receptive to this information, then you're going to have to decide what to do from there, okay? All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. If it resonated, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. If you've been watching and aren't subscribed yet, please do. Come back Friday for the grab bag readings, and I will see you guys later. Bye.